In this video, I bring to you top 15 Nigerian footballers who died too soon. Starting off the list is Samuel Okaraji. Samuel Sochukuma Okaraji was a professional footballer who played internationally for Nigeria. He was not just a player, he was also a certified lawyer who had a master's degree in international law from University of Rome. Interestingly, Okaraji dabbled both as a lawyer and a footballer. His footballing career saw him play for multiple European clubs, including Dynamo Zagreb, Klagenfurt, ULM, and much more. He went on to play for the Super Eagles at the 1988 African Cup of Nations in Morocco, playing a key role throughout Nigeria's run to the final. He scored one of the fastest goals in the history of the championship against the indomitable Lions of Cameroon. Okaraji remained a key player in the national team, and that faithful match with Angola brought his career to an end. He died in August 1989, 10 minutes from the end of the 1990 World Cup qualifier against Angola. Okaraji collapsed on the pitch due to hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, as an autopsy reported that the 25-year-old had an enlarged heart and high blood pressure. Next is Stephen Keshi. Stephen Okechukwu Keshi, popularly known as the Big Boss, was a Nigerian football player and manager. He was loved by all for his vibrancy and never say die spirit. During his playing career, Keshi played as a defender and earned 60 caps for the Nigerian national team, making him the nation's second most capped player at the time of his retirement. He represented the country at the 1994 FIFA World Cup and the 1994 African Cup of Nations, captaining the Super Eagles to victory in the latter. He also played club football in 5 countries, most notably Belgium, where he won the Belgian League Championship with RSC Anderlecht in 1991. As a manager, Keshi achieved success by qualifying Togo for the only FIFA World Cup appearance in its history in 2006. However, he left to coach his native Nigeria, making him one of the only 2 people to have won the African Cup of Nations as both a player and a coach. However, his amazing strides in the football space tragically ended in 2016 after he battled a heart attack and passed away at the hospital. His wife Kate had died previously in 2015 after battling cancer for 3 years. Keshi's death came as a national loss, and to honor such a great man, the football stadium in Asaba, Delta State was renamed after him. Abuba Kalawal is next on our list. His death is one that still sends cold shivers down the spines whenever it is mentioned. The talented player shined as a forward for Vipers SC in the Ugandan Premier League. His career kicked off from Wiki Tourist in Bauchi before moving to Nasarawa United in 2020. He later joined the Rwandan club AS Kigali before eventually signing with Vipers SC. One of his most notable accomplishments was scoring Vipers SC first ever group stage goal in the CAF Champions League, securing a 1-1 draw against Raja Casablanca. The sad news of his death came on 23rd February 2025. It was reported that Lawal fell from a 3rd floor balcony at the Voicemail shopping arcade in Kanjansi, where he had gone to visit a Tanzanian friend. The Ugandan police force, however, had given the assurance that they will surely trace the cause of such fall. Next up, we have Rashidi Yaki. Rashidi Yaki was a Nigerian professional footballer who played as a forward. Known by his Nigerian teammates and fans as the goal father, he scored over 480 goals in over 670 games in his career. He is the 3rd all-time highest goal scorer in AFCON history with 13 goals. Yaki scored 37 goals in international matches and represented Nigeria in 7 football tournaments, including 2 World Cups, where he scored the country's first ever goal in the competition. He was also named the African Footballer of the Year in 1993. Having made waves in the football space, Yaki sadly passed away in 2012 after battling from illness for an extended period of time. Reports have it that he suffered from bipolar disorder and was withdrawn from the public before his passing at the young age of 48. He was buried at his residence in Ira, Kwara State, surrounded by his aged mother, brothers, wives, and children, among others. Next is Gift Atulea. Gift Atulea was a Nigerian footballer who played as a forward for Bayelsa United, Ocean Boys, and Warri Wolves. He began his football career with Bayelsa United before moving to Ocean Boys in 2006, and after 1 season, he moved to Warri Wolves. He was also a member of the Nigerian Under-20 national team that took part in the 2005 FIFA World Youth Championship in the Netherlands, which lost to Argentina in the final. Atulea's football career was nothing short of remarkable, and after successful years of success, the baller decided to take a break, but was hit by the unfortunate demise of his wife after a brief illness. Unable to live with the grief of such tragic loss, Atulea died 1 month after in November 2024, leaving his community in total shock and agony. Next is Uche Okafo. Uche Kizito Okafo, often shortened as Uche Okafo, was a Nigerian professional footballer who played as a defender. He rocked in his football career before his unfortunate demise. Okafo made 34 international appearances for the Nigerian national team. His club career took him to many countries before he settled in the USA. He was drafted to Kansas City Wizards, where he played for 5 seasons before retiring after the 6th season. Although not as popular as JJ Okocha, Okafor played every match when Nigeria won the 1994 African Cup of Nations, but sustained an ankle injury shortly after. He resorted to coaching the 91 Gold Central Boys team and the 93 HP Central Boys team, who played in the Plano Premier Select Soccer League in the US. Okafor was a regular pundit on African football on ESPN's coverage and their pre-pass program. His adventure in the football world came to a tragic end after his body was discovered lifeless by his wife in 2011. He had returned home after dropping off his daughter in school that morning before the sad incident occurred. The FBI reported the case as suicide, but Okafor's family refused to buy into the idea and ended up concluding the case was a homicide. Next, we have Thompson Oliha. Thompson Oliha was a Nigerian professional footballer who played as a midfielder for clubs in Africa and Europe before an injury shortened his career. He made a total of 31 appearances for the full Nigerian national team, scoring a series of goals. He made his first international debut in 1988 in the game against Cameroon and made his last appearance at the 1994 World Cup as a late substitute against Italy. Oniha also played at the FIFA World Youth Championship. His career was sadly brought to an end by the silent killer malaria on 30th June 2013. At the time of his death, he was an assistant coach for the Kwara Football Academy. Next is David Oniha. David Faramola Oniha was a Nigerian footballer who played as a defender. He had an amazing football career playing for top clubs including Dynamo Samankad, where he played for 4 seasons, becoming the team's captain before signing for Bunyokdo in 2011. He also played for Boksoro before moving to his final team, T-Team, in Malaysia. Oniha tragically passed away in June 2015 after he collapsed on the pitch in Malaysia during a friendly match between his club, T-Team, and Kelatan. His body was laid to rest as a Christian in Seremban, Malaysia, 2 weeks later. Next, we have Endurance Idaho. Endurance Idaho was a Nigerian professional footballer who played for Sudanese club Al Merrikh. His sad passing away was a huge blow to his team and Nigeria as well. Idaho began his football career with Julius Berger Football Club in Lagos, Nigeria, scoring 12 goals for his team before he moved to Dolphins FC in Port Harcourt. He left Dolphins in 2006 and straight up, his expertise won him the heart of the people of Sudan. He became a key player for his team, winning the top scorer and leading the club to their first CAF Confederation Cup final since 1989. Idaho has also played for the under-23 Nigerian national football team. His death was another tragedy that took place during the football match. Idaho collapsed on the pitch on 6th March 2010 and died on the way to a hospital. His passing away sent cold shivers down the spine of Nigerians and Sudanese who all held candle night for the deceased bowler. Up next is Isaac Promise. Isaac Promise was a Nigerian footballer and the captain of the football team representing Nigeria who won the silver medal at the 2008 Summer Olympics in Beijing. He played professionally for 14 seasons, much of which was spent in Turkey. He represented impressively in clubs like Glenkebiligi, Trabzonspor, Manyaspor, and so on. He scored a total of 74 club goals during his career. In international level, captaining the under-23 squad for the 2008 Summer Olympics being held in China. Promise scored Nigeria's first goal against the United States in the group stage. Nigeria went ahead to win the match 2-1. They ended up winning the silver medal after losing 1-0 to Argentina in the finals. Promise appeared once in the senior team, earning 3 caps and scoring 1 goal. However, this very active player had his career chapter closed tragically on the 2nd of October 2019. He passed away as a result of heart attack at the age of 31. Next up, we have Bob Sam Elejiko. Bob Sam Elejiko was a Nigerian footballer who played as a central defender for several domestic teams between 2000 and 2011. He spent most of his career years exclusively in Belgium, representing several clubs including Nordhausen, KV Tonhot, KMXM SC, and others. His career years were marked with success as he represented every of his team vigorously. His smooth ride, however, ended in 2011 during a 5th-tier match with his team KMXM SC against FC Cat, another Belgium club. Elejiko collapsed and every resuscitation attempt appeared futile. He was pronounced dead and the match was abandoned. The cause of his death was later determined to be a traumatic rupture of the aorta. Next is Emmanuel Ogala. Emmanuel Ogala was a Nigerian professional footballer who played as a left back. He played club football for Bayelsa United and Ocean Boys. Ogala was that one very active player that always kept the team alive and that made him a favorite for every coach. Almost at the verge of representing the Nigeria under-20 at the FIFA World Championship, Ogala collapsed on the pitch on the 12th of December 2010 while playing for Ocean Boys. He later died in the hospital after every attempt to stabilize him proved abortive. But prior to his death, the player had received a horror injury in a match. Both the Nigerian Premier League and the Nigerian Football Federation announced separate investigations into his death. Chinoso Eweri is next on our list. Chinoso was a Nigerian football player who played as a midfielder for the Romanian club SC Delta Tusia. The young player began his football career from Nigeria, playing for various national clubs before his talent carried him all the way to Romania, where he joined SC Delta Tusia. He quickly became a star among his teammates, always jovial and friendly, but his light was dimmed in 2012 after he collapsed on the pitch during a friendly match with no one around him. The incident occurred only 15 minutes after coming in as a second-half substitute. He was taken to a hospital, but he never regained consciousness. The cause of his death was reported to be a cardiac arrest. Next up is Joshua Tamono Barabonye Pepple. Joshua Pepple was a Nigerian professional footballer who played for several Polish clubs. With only 5 career years in Poland before his untimely death, Joshua was indeed successful. He was picked exclusively by top-notch clubs due to his expertise and speed. He represented Piast Chozno, Sparta Griffiths, Mazovia Grozek, among others. The vibrant player collapsed on the pitch after 26 minutes of a match in 2012. Attempts to resuscitate him by the physiotherapist and later by the paramedics in the ambulance were unsuccessful. The cause of the player's death remains unknown. And lastly is Chineme Martins, another death that resulted from negligence and unpreparedness in Nigerian football system. Chineme Martins was a vibrant football player who played really impressively, representing Nasarawa United as a defender. He was loved by all for his speed, accuracy, and smartness on the pitch. Having played several local teams and aiming to shine at the international level someday, Chineme's dream was cut off even before it began. The 25-year-old player tragically collapsed and died on the pitch in March 2020 during a football match. From the reports gathered, there was neither a medical doctor nor physiotherapist at the scene of the incident. There was also no functional ambulance to quickly convey the baller to a hospital. And that's it, guys. We've come to the end of today's video. video. If you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and type RIP in the comment section for our fallen heroes. I'll see you guys in the next video.